Good morning. It's Thursday morning, and I'm making last video I'm going to be able to put up before the mailers that I send out to all the members arrives to them. And it's important to for me because it's going to talk about the election. I came up and with in March and had cards to show my website and talk about how the money was stolen, systematically stolen. And I want to put up a video that showed no doubt it happened. And obviously it happened, and there was no doubt because not long after that, Chris deleted all of the information from the newsletter that proved it. And at the same time, within a few months of that, he told me that he wasn't going to take care of the beneficiaries because the lawyer said he didn't have to. Well, legally he doesn't have to, but the members is who he represents, so you figure that out. So along comes the election, and they remembered, especially Jack and Stack and one other guy who I don't know who he was, from the election committee came out and said, you can't campaign in the lobby of the Union Hall and the school. You got to go outside, which I found a little strange, but it's my Union Hall, my lobby. I paid dues for 60 years, so I feel a little attached. But they did that. But also, I think it was the catalyst that they decided to change the election rules to the fact that you can't get labels, where you can sift through them and see who you want to mail to and who you don't. If you know a lot of people, you don't have to mail them. You're already talking to them. You got them on Facebook, or you got them on Instagram, or you got them on Message. So there's plenty of that. And most of them have them covered that way, but I didn't. So I went to Doyle Printing, very nice company, very nice guys, and I talked to Bradley Dean, and later I talked to, I believe his first name is Dennis Doyle, and he's a very nice guy. And we seem to have a common background since we're similar age, and we knew about unions of the Typographical Union. Now it's the Communications Workers of America, because computers did that business in so badly. But if you look at that, now you're going to have to go to Doyle, and he's going to charge you stamps, which is 5,000 times, I think, 57 cents for what I did. But even if it's 48 or whatever it is, plus he's going to have to charge labor for setting it up and getting rid of it. So it runs about $3,000. So if you actually looked at the members for candidacies, you're asking the members to pay $165,000 just to be involved in this election. An election, I believe, should be sponsored by the union. After all, it's a union election. And that could be very easily done without being biased. You just simply put up a page where somebody can put their link. They're running for so-and-so, here's the link to wherever they want to link it to talk about what they do. And that could be done from pit and spot. That's not what they want to do. What they want to do is stop me, because I complained about the death members having their benefits stolen the second they died. The second they died, we got some more money coming in now because we're going to skim. And it ended up being $717,573 and affected 293 members. And they want me to forget that. They just say, oh, hey, that's past, man. Let's forget that. They're members. Why do we want to forget the members? That's a routine that they've started. They become autocratic. They want to rule like a king. They don't want anybody input. They don't want to lose their cushy little jobs, their cars, their $100,000+ a year, plus benefits on top of that. So I don't blame them, but they need to be honest. And honesty isn't happening. So look at that campaign baloney, really. A bunch of baloney that they're doing to keep people from intruding in their boys' club. And even the last time, they never second read the article, the amendment to add a sixth. They're going to tell you, they're going to say, I'm lying. But you were there, and it normally had to be read, it had to be voted on. Neither one of those happened. So the sixth person shouldn't be added. But he went ahead and did it anyway, because he has taken over control of everything, including your brain. I mean, you might be 25 now, 35, 45, 55, and say, hey, I'd like to run. I'd like to get involved in this union. But if they don't want you, they're going to find a way not to put you in here. And the last thing I'll tell you is this. Skimming money from dead members the minute they die is big news. The nation's capital steamfitters union skimmed money from their own members the moment they died. And the problem is that money no longer has a background, a check. They can give John Blow or whatever his name is a big pension. And they can cut out Lily White, the beneficiary, give her a little one, which she wouldn't know. So as long as there's not a rule, corruption is abound. And obviously it's corrupt, because we skim money to the point of $717,573 from 293 members. Get out there and vote, because this may be your last chance. Autocracy has moved into our union, and it's found a nice home in Chris Mandela. Let me give you a little flavor how the nominations came about. I got there early, sitting in front. Saw Jack set up the table over to the right side of the Union Hall as you face the front door. And then the election committee members started showing up. He did quite a bit of work. Jack did quite a bit of work getting the paperwork done. Then the guys came in, and I recognized one guy, and the other guy didn't. And so I went over to say hi, introduced myself. So the guy to the right of Jack, I asked him what his name was, and he said, I'm not telling you my name. Okay, so I asked the guy to the left of Jack, which is about 3 feet. Both guys are about 3 feet away. And he said, he won't tell me either. So I just want to bring that out. Jack was there. He heard it. I wonder what he thinks about that. When the election committee does not want a candidate to know their name, doesn't want a candidate to know their name. So what does that mean? I mean, that's pretty weird. Not only am I a candidate, I'm also a member and a brother to this guy, and to that guy, this guy and that guy. And they don't want me to know their name. And this is an election for 602, and I'm running for the top spot, and they don't want me to know their name. Okay. Think about that. There's office employees there now that were there when this skimming took place. Maybe they know something, maybe they don't, but they should be at least questioned. Don't you believe? Protect the union members. This is your union, not theirs. They haven't figured that out yet. Read my platform, it's all about fixing this. Yeah, somebody needs to look under 602's hood. See what the records say. This is the union that skimmed money from the dead members the moment they died, to the tune of $717,573. 293 members. They ought to invite us in, or put somebody in that office that will tell you what's really going on.